Memorials of Art has examples of untold masters. Galleries showcase sublime samples of these notables. Sadly, often beyond these specimens, the information is scant concerning these artists. Mundane details of extraordinary lives are irrevocably lost in the void of deficient legacies. Curiosity trumps all other considerations in rectifying this paradigm. But amongst the current crop of artists, who will stand the test of time? In the face of such an unknown, we've focused our lens on the most likely candidate. History will judge the worthiness of our choice.
Oh, welcome to my workshop, where every day's a treat, where time stands still for art to fill and process reigns supreme. Come on in, time to begin.
Welcome to Patricia's workshop. By any conceivable measurement for master artist Patrishaa, this has truly been a tumultuous year. Patrishaa has suffered, for her art, numerous physical and mental maladies, not the least of which were multiple bouts of blindness. Despite Patricia's yeoman perseverance, deadlines on commissions were missed. Doubtless some of these well-meaning art patrons would drop their frivolous lawsuits if they were familiar with the circumstances of these non-fulfillments. As if Patricia's personal afflictions weren't enough of a burden, Velveeta's tragic breakdown weighed heavily on her fragile mind. Somehow, distractions notwithstanding, commissions were completed and a best-selling autobiography was penned. At this point, the toilet seats will have to wait, and exhausted Patrishaa has elected to go on hiatus. This will be a program devoted to the joys of Christmas. What the? Must have overloaded the circuit with all the Christmas lights. Angus, go check the breaker box.
Ta-da! Merry Christmas, everybody! Most misguided people put wreaths on the outside of their front doors. I have no idea who thought this was a good idea. This is the kind of faulty thinking that's behind bumper stickers. Clearly, it's some narcissist saying, "Look at me, look at me." In the case of wreaths, you can neither see or smell them. Putting them on the inside of the door seems like a no-brainer to me. Perfect. At Christmas time, an artist might be inclined to make snowflakes or other decorations for the occasion. But the rest of the year, an artist must be mindful of the projects they undertake. Do something once, and it might be art. Do the same thing twice, and no matter how exquisite your rendition is, it's definitely craft. Oops. Messy here. Okay, let's see what we got here. This stuff tastes a little blinky. Is this the Christmas it was intended for? I see why they only break it out once a year. I was fulfilling my obligation to the neighborhood corn watch the other night. To be precise, I was checking out the street with my binoculars when I observed a curious thing. A couple was strolling down the street. Well, I could tell they were a couple because they were arm in arm. They were having what appeared to be an animated conversation. I was stumped when I realized they were both on cell phones. For me, the message was clear. Oh, I don't mind being seen in public with you. Just don't expect any talk. Incredible. If that's not a crime, it should be. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Whew, this is some nasty stuff.
Miss Patricia, perhaps you should take it easy on the eggnog.
What? Oh, don't be a Scrooge. Eggnog is harmless. Besides, I'm not here to discuss the pros and cons of eggnog. I've decided to devote this show to Christmas gifts. Angus! 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 Angus, get over here and wrap up all my precious stuff real nice and put it all in boxes with labels. Oh, what's that? Look, a bug! Get off! Get off! Get off! Ah! I'm no longer allowed to go Christmas shopping. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it. I hope someday to be able to explain the situation in detail. In the meantime, I root around in the gifts I've received on previous special occasions. You know the ones. Birthdays, graduations, and even Christmas. Unfortunately, we've all been the recipients of horrifying gifts. Do you suppose that had been the intent? Probably not. In any event, I don't get mad or even disappointed. For that matter, if you're like me, I don't need or want anything anyway. I re-gift. The most likely recipients of my regifting schemes are those infidels who gave me those obscene waste of resources things in the first place. I keep a shoebox of exclusive exclusive department store tags to give my gifts credibility. Even if it's discovered that your bogus tag is on a cheap knockoff, you have deniability. You can say, you wouldn't think a reputable company like this would put their brand on an obvious imitation, would you? Is there no end to corporate greed? I love this time of year. It's time to start re-gifting. This is going to be so much fun. What kind of sick mind came up with this one? This is horrible. Who takes a real animal and turns it into a stuffed one? Fortunately, there's Mother. No point in agonizing over something for her. She doesn't like anything anyway. Although I do seem to recall getting it from her in the first place. Perfect. We'll wrap this up real nice for Mother. Yes, we will. Put a clean piece on there. That's a good one. This ain't my best work. You get the idea. Okay. That's one down. There we go. Down. Oops. Stay on there. Get some more eggnog when we get on to the next one here. The original Toll House cookie. What's this? My brother must have replaced the cookies with baseball cards. Even better. Cards don't have an expiration date. That's great. Okay, let me see what I got here. Okay, close that back up. All right, throw a bowl on that. Don't get your hopes up, everybody. This isn't for any of you. There we got that. Okay, now, all right. This is beautiful. Isn't this beautiful? There appear to be some parts missing. The clock doesn't even seem to be working. Well, we'll just claim it must have been damaged in transit. Get that. I'll watch out for that there. I'll put that back there anyway. Okay. There's some of it. Get that. Okay. We're gonna unplug it here. We put it in the box. Wait a minute. Get rid of this stuff. A lot of light works though. See the light? Good plug in too. Okay. That one, we'll get that in the mail right away. Okay. All right there. Oh my goodness. All right. Whew. Whew. Boy, that's hard work, this re-gifting. My Monopoly hat. Look at that. I got that at the Monopoly World Championships in 1999. Okay, I better keep that. I don't want to get that. That wasn't even a gift anyway. Okay, all right. This beautiful lamp. Isn't this magnificent? This is wonderful. That's beautiful. I wonder if he was thinking of Christmas when he posed for this. Probably not. Okay, there's a little box there. Okay. We'll box that up later. Okay. Although, wait, we should. Okay. Although there is anything more Christmassy than Scrooge, play poker and save. Now there's a novel idea. Let's put that someplace too. We'll just set that right. I need that there right now. Right about this. Who wouldn't want a flock of birds? Look at these. Aren't these beautiful? Especially ones that are quiet. And not demanding. And you don't have to clean up after them. Aren't these beautiful? That's another re-gift there. And another box there someplace. We'll worry about that later too. You know, you can clean this stuff up if it makes you feel better. But let's face it, you won't fool anybody into thinking it's new. Oops. I don't bother. I'm dreaming of roasting chestnuts on an open fire. Everybody knows.
I really hate to interrupt your beautiful rendition of, is it sleigh bells? It's just that your mother is on the phone.
Mother. Oh yeah, let's give this to Mother. She'll love that. A mink dog. Okay. Isn't there something we usually do with the treble? Turn it up or something?
Are you all right, Miss Patricia? You usually insist we turn the treble down.
Whatever, of course I'm all right, silly. Eggnog really grows on you. Oh. How's my fabulous mother? I'm glad you called. I don't think I tell you often enough how much I love you.
Patricia, is that you?
Well, of course it's Patricia. You know who you call Mother. Who would it be? Velveeta?
Velveeta? That explains everything. But I thought you were, well, indisposed.
Velveeta, how's my beautiful sister?
Patricia, have you been drinking?
What possesses you to say such a hateful thing, Mother? What an awful person you are! I have to go now. I'm sorry I called you.
just want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I'm sure, Mother. Goodbye. Angus. Angus, did you drink all the eggnog?
And so, rather unceremoniously, the fastest half hour on television has expired. Patrishaa, the world's greatest living artist, has once again graced us with her creative process. Tune in next week when hopefully Patrishaa will be back on her feet for another chapter in this fabulous series. And remember, art is fun.
The complete and utter breakdown of Patricia's Christmas show was somewhat disheartening. The blame falls on a former intern who thought it would be funny to spike Patricia's eggnog. This is the sort of prank often played on teetotalers. As it happens, he was right. It's unfortunate you can't have everything. Happy holidays.
Mangtusa, I presume.